every time when I gotta go to work, again, I hear. So I just want to say, so I took a couple things from the previous home. Oh, just James! That I was not supposed to take. And I want to clarify this as you clarify that. And if you refute any of this, and I don't see any refutation. I see there's now clarity, and we're going to make clarity onto clarity. Another video just dropped about me having student loans and buying everything by ourselves, and me taking everything from the house and the refinance. I want to say some of the things that I took besides the rice cooker. The rice cooker is there. It's like I bought that freaking rice cooker for like, I think it was $200 for a Korean Asian mom who never bought a rice cooker. I mean, I bought it. Japanese brand. It's amazing. The other thing I took, the blender. I took a toaster. And what else did I take? Yo, I even took juicer, man. So probably she didn't know that. I took and I took this, my baking kit. So I hear we bought everything together. So this is what's going on in this relationship. I hear there was a Portland home that I took, and I had Kenyan investment, I had student loans that she had to pay me. So the financial strife that was in this relationship was a fetching mess. If we start from the backstory, it looks like a flowery thing, like everything on YouTube is good. But in reality, her parents were technically divorced. And it was just because of financial stress, and the housing situation with the family was really bad. I'm not gonna get on extended family, but to understand the financial strife and this, and if you're asking where all this money come from, I have put all, if you check the other video, I've put all the pay slips from 2012, I believe, up to 2018, maybe a bit of 2019. And that's how much she used to make. And so I had student loans. I was going, so my student loans actually went to my business, because I'm being smart. If I can borrow it and use it to make money, that's what I do. She knows I do not have, my school paid for. I personally paid for it in my ways. She'll probably make a video about that. So from Korean home, that went like that. It has, and now her mom, I guess, owns it. She finally has a home. That was a dream, a home that, yeah. And so because of that, when I found out, and so one thing that happened, when I found out, and I knew about this Korean home going and her mom getting the home, jazz, and, so that was some of the things, when you start seeing people acting in those ways, you start acting smart. And even though I'm acting smart, I was not acting smart for you. I was acting smart for my daughters. If somebody is putting their assets overseas, offshores, that you can't reach, I gotta start thinking ahead. And so that's why I started becoming an investor in Kenya. And when we talk about our money, the only money I took there was 30 grand. And my business now is my business, and it's more worth than even 400K that your boyfriend might make. Oh, I thought I could finish this video in the morning while I was showing all the properties that I get, but I guess I need to have a soothing voice, and maybe, and I had to write certain points that way I talk about everything that was mentioned in that video for response. And today I'm just gonna be so soothing of, hey, don't trust anything you hear or anyone. But now I want to give the backstory of the video that was talked about. And I heard we decided together to split the things 50-50. I want to say if we split everything 50-50, one of us would have been more broke than the other. So nothing was split 50-50. And this is why I say this. And I had to make notes, to answer every question that was talked about. So I'm gonna give my part of the true story. Does that even sound? Anyway. So yeah, I said, so actually the house, we did not agree. I wanna say, if you ask your mama, it's because of your mom that talked to me so much, and she touched my heart. And yeah, your mom is the only one who made me agree to let you have the house. Because initially you were going to get an apartment at Clearfield, a 2-bedroom apartment. I have the text message showing that, if you don't remember. And also you are going to move back to Idaho, because Idaho is your hometown. So we did not agree. It was because of the gesture and the love and respect I had for your mother that made me come. I mean, of course, I was doing all this for my kids, not for you. But after chatting with your mom, like we had a one-on-one, and it was a long conversation. That's the only reason I came to, because before you were going. So we talk about the Portland home. So I hear when we bought the Portland home, Portland home is a community property. And then I hear, but when we talk about the Korean home, it's not a community property. So it says like I took the Portland home, which is true. And there's none of your money that went to the Portland home. I guess, but it's community, of course, because I was married to you, but not even a single penny went to that Portland home. And I have Kenyan property. The Kenyan properties that I have are mine, and they were mine even before you came into picture. The only thing that I took out of our community property to take to Kenya was about 30 grand that I invested in my business. And so comparing my 30 grand that I invested in my now productive business to the $180,000 that we put on a Korean home, but maybe that is your home. I don't see any comparison that, oh, you can't reach my Korean home, so I'll let you have Kenyan property. It was actually just cash money, 30 grand that I took from comparable to that, I don't even see how that's even close. So that was the first page. So even in buying this home, I bought this home, not this one. I bought a home down, next to like 2 homes from this, because I was gonna move into this property anyway, neighborhood. And the divorce was not official. And so I went in, damn me, I put in my honest money. I put in 10 grand of honest money, to buy this property. But then, when it came to the splitting 50-50 that I hear, you know what this woman did? The cougar said, "Hey," and those I have receipts of all those, and it's gonna come once all the court cases that are going. I'm gonna compile this into one big history. That way I can remind you. Yeah, so I put in an honest money of 10 grand to buy my home to come to this neighborhood, and the cougar said, "Yo, even though we'd agreed to split and do everything." She's like, technically, by law, even the house that I bought was still hers. Guess what I did? I lost 10 grand. I lost 10 grand just because if I had went ahead and bought the house, she'd probably get 50-50 out of my current home, even after agreeing to go separate ways. So that's how bad it was. And she wasn't joking. And I have a voice receipt of that and text messages too. And so I had to forgo my 10 grand. So basically, I got this house and I paid it 10 grand extra. So remember that. Oh, then I heard I had 10 grand of student loans and she had to give me 5K. I just want to remind you, the 10 grand, you got it right, and you did not give me 5K. I took the 10 grand out of our savings because the student loans that I took, these were free money, as a businessman. When you get free money, interest free for like 4 years, I took it. And I didn't take it to pay for my school or pay for your rent. I mean, we had a 3-bedroom apartment when I was going to school that you wanted us to downsize to a 2-bedroom because you thought it was too expensive. And I'm like, you're not paying any single penny. I have it all figured out. Enjoy the rooms and be the YouTuber, and you can flash your life. But just because you didn't work and you felt like I was pushing you too hard to go get a job, so you wanted to downsize. I'm like, I pay for this house all through my schooling, I don't have student loans. And so you didn't give me 5K. I took the entire 10K because that money was there just in case your budget was overshot and you could have that money, to use it. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, on the couple months, right after divorce, you bounce on paying your first mortgage. I accrued, a penalty on that. And then on the latter part, the latter, 3 months, you are not paying, and I had to pay. And if I knew your lawyer advised you, even on the 4 counts that we went to court for, I did not counter sue you for that because I'm like, oh, she's paid, I'm good. And I even texted you, I'm like, oh, you can drop the case now. You already paid me. We're good. I don't need to. And I even If I knew your lawyer advised you to do that, I would just put that as one of the contempt, because we had 4. You are found in contempt of 1. That's why you're paying legal fee. And now you've put, a rebuttal. You're saying my legal fee are too high. So right now, this video is going in 2 days. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, you have a rebuttal to lower the fee because you're found in contempt. So the documents you're asking me to sign, the divorce decree never said I would have been found in contempt if I was against the divorce decree. The divorce decree only stated I have to give you the list of deed once you sold the house. English. I think Cheese Boy knows better English than me. They say upon the sale of the house, I can sign the deed because that's when I'm relieved. So all that documentation, like releasing my rights on that, I never signed them, but you still get to close. And that's why I was never found in contempt. It was not because I was cheating the court system. It was the law. And I didn't even pursue you for that. So if I knew your lawyer advised you for that, I should have asked my lawyer to press charges on that. Maybe just to see if you had, because you've changed lawyers. I mean, you've changed 3 lawyers for all these cases. Your first lawyer, and your lawyer just withdrew the case again that you had, because I was ready to answer those cases. So I hear I'm not paying lunch for my kids, and I'm not paying healthcare, and I'm not sending my kids to school. So those were the 3 cases. Now this is after the house thing was done. So now we were back in court again for next month. I think it's in July. I was gonna go to court with you. And I don't know what's going on. Is it withdrawn, not withdrawn? Because the last time I checked, I had the court dates, and I was like, yes, let's go. I'm gonna give answers for those and counter sue you. And I was waiting for you to see my counter sue. That way on this one, maybe if you won, I'd pay you divorce. But my lawyer and I thought, like the last time, I have like 99.99% of. And the mediation thing. Yeah, my lawyer. Yeah, we talked about it and say I still have 99.99% of winning this case. So I'll watch out for that if you're still suing or not, and yeah, we can go ahead with that. So I didn't make you spend money. The divorce decree said if there's a reason why you are doing YouTube career, and actually I think IRS will be reaching out to you because you wait for that in mail. Yeah, that just happened 2 weeks ago about your hidden, because before you were YouTube career to avoid taxes, and now when you became YouTube America, apparently some of your huge earnings, was on my tax, and I think the IRS will take care of that with you. So I guess that's what I heard. Yeah, 2nd month. So that was paid. I mean, you knew how much to pay. So that was paid. And that's why I didn't swear. Like, I'm not petty. If you pay, I'm good. If you don't pay, hey, let's go to court. And I was like, why are we even going to court? You need to pay your stuff. You have a $400K annual year cheese boy. Oh, and the lawnmower. So my lawn is already, I don't have to mow. Like it's being mowed for me. So that's why I didn't bring the lawnmower here. And then my neighbor, because before when let me explain to you. So besides the things that I took, even the lawnmower, even my neighbor, I was going to give it to him because I just didn't want to carry it around. But he told me he had dry landscape. So he didn't say he didn't want it. He was doing dry landscape. And my lawn is already being done. So that's why I decided to come back and leave it in your door. So you should thank me later because I gave you a lawnmower. Otherwise, I could have taken more. And what else did I hear? Yeah, about the neighbor. Okay, lower attorney fee. I think if we pursue the 2nd one, we'll see who comes out and pay that. And oh, you decided alimony. I thought you were making so much money. Why are we even talking about alimony? I thought you were making money and I wanted alimony from you or child support. For you, I'm glad you're building a home. It's your first home. Congratulations. I can see now this is going to be your home. But you got to know this is my 2nd home. Maybe clue or not clue, this is my 2nd home. So being my 2nd home, I have a first home. And that's where, like I said, just like Jesus, I have other flocks that I need to go to attend to. So in a Christianity aspect, this is my 2nd home, and my 2nd home, it's my 2nd home. It's where I come to do my 2nd stuff. So, my time is taking to really go back home, and that's where all my focus is on. So that's another information for you. You can do whatever you want to do with it. Of course, first home takes more priority, and that's where everything is going. So whatever happens, maybe this will answer your question about first home and 2nd home. but I'm glad you got your first home. Some of us are on the fifth, and yeah, we sell as we go. And I'm just saying, I'm glad you found. Yeah, I'm glad you found your lesson at 40, or I think you're 42 or 41. Yeah, it's good. We're never too young to learn a new lesson. Just like me, we still have a lot to learn. A lot of people believe in commerce, so we still got a lot of commerce. Yes, I think you learned your lesson, financial independence, which I started telling you from 2014. Like I never wanted to be in your videos or YouTube. 2014, get your own credit card, you wouldn't do it, because you just didn't want to work. But now you've known the importance of that, so I guess you can no longer be a joyrider. So that is good. We have growth in everything we do. And Cheese Boy was telling me I got a dose of him. I want to say, Cheese Boy, I didn't get a dose of you. And I guess my voice is too gentle today. I hope it's not spitting a lot of hate, because a lot of this, maybe this is where I cry. I didn't get a dose from you. Cheese Boy, I got a prescription. And you know what? The prescription is, I got a prescription because everything I did, leaving the house and all this, was set up for my girls. So the prescription I've got here for a 400K guy, like now I'm like, I can actually accelerate my plans because I have two homes and I got to choose which home I want to be, whichever way it works. And so this is even better because I know my girls financially, they're in good hands. They'll never lack a home, a roof, clothes, and all that. And so, and I'm glad I've taught them, like, hey, they should know where Cheese Boy hands goes. Like those hands are little. So as much as you know, like those, you're safe from those hands, the rest is easy. I teach them that every day. I remind them every day. I'm like, watch out for those hands, those lingering hands. So once they know that, and then financial stability, that's what all this is all about. So my goals are set, and that is good for me. The more people you have to love you, the better. And even if they're making more money, I'm making peanuts. The peanuts that, I don't know, I mean, I got a good job. So it's more like, you stuck by me when I was poor going to school, then I got a good job and I started talking down on you. No. But yeah, so Cheese Boy, I got a whole prescription. So my goals are set. So that's good. On the other side, I know it's good. So financially, they're good. And, their hands also know about that. And I think that's it. And even your car, I mean, you got to realize, even if we had to go 50-50 on your car, my car was, at the time, I think my car note was at 24K, and yours, we had paid till 16K, 18K. So even if it was 50-50, you should have paid me some. So we didn't split anything 50-50. You should thank me that I took the most expensive car, because I had that community thing to just match it up. So you got away with 6K there. And I knew about it all along, but like I said, thank your mother for all that, because she said, we talked a long time, and that's where that came from. So it wasn't the agreement. Like you and I, you see, on this public forum, we can never agree. But keep them cases coming. I know I have more other courts and cases coming, so we got to see how those goes. And congratulations on your home. So, we were all together. Yeah, it was all together. You're right. But then I guess the Korean home is not together, or my Kenyan investment is not together. 30K. You got to make that clear. $30,000. The student loans, 10K, and they were not student loans. You know where they were. They were just sitting there, and I was using them to feed you for your emergency thingy with your kid. So I guess that's enough of my peanut money. And I guess today I was so mellow. They say if I look this good, then yeah. But I think the highlight of this, Cheese Boy, prescription, baby. The more people that loves my girls, the merrier, the more financially they are. And it helps me out a great deal, because now, like I said, first home and second home, who knows? But let's leave it on the YouTube viewers to see. So I guess that's what I have for today. And yeah, keep them coming. And maybe next one, you can start clarifying about the cheating aspect and sleeping around. So yeah, were you really sleeping around with cheating? Like, what's with the deal? Am I just yapping, or am I making people believe, things that are not true? So you can come up with that, and I'll be always here ready to answer. Adios.